Ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, uncles, aunties, and all our beloved Upbeat fans and Prudent Media viewers, welcome to another episode on Upbeat. And like we get you some guests always on Upbeat, sometime back we had Mukesh Gatwal with us. Then after that we had Ryan Pinto with us a couple of weeks back. And this week, ladies and gentlemen, I have for you a very, very impressive and prominent artist on the scene here in Goa, and he is Goan. So we are going to be talking to him in our show today on Upbeat. Well, we also have the Mantra quiz. Stick around for that. As always, I am sporting the Tantra line of t-shirts from the good folk down at Mantra. But first, to give you a little taste of who our guest is and what he does, I have this clip for you. So stick around and come back and see who our guest is today. Well, if you need to know who that person was, we had seen a video of him sometime back on Upbeat. It was called Brighter Days, the name of that video. We had premiered it here on Prudent Media, and we have the guy who's done that entire album, Elvis Rumion. Elvis, it's a pleasure to have you with us on the studio, man.
Nice to meet you, Nikhil.
Great to meet you.
Be here. Thank you for accepting me here, and everyone in TV land, hello.
Please have a seat, Elvis. Nice to meet you, because we had seen your video sometime back, and it definitely was impressive. So how do you feel coming to our studios, first of all?
It feels good. This is the first time I'm going to be like on national TV, so a bit nervous. Okay. But hopefully we go through it.
Okay.
Nicely, yeah.
It will go well. I'm pretty sure about that, Elvis. Elvis, to start off with, let's just talk about the album, the Elvis Rumion album. I was telling our viewers sometime back that normally we see artists do a self-titled album, like Michael Jackson or like maybe Shakira would do a self-titled album. They do it normally later in their career, once people know who they are. So then they don't have to bother to tell people, okay, this is my album. Everybody knows, oh, MJ released an album. Yeah. You decided to do it with your very first album. Yeah. How did that happen?
See, I'd recorded albums before. Okay. So there was loads of trial and error. But this was the first piece of work that I was absolutely, totally happy with. Okay. This is the first piece of work I could listen to forever, Work that I've done before, like sometimes I'd listen to it and there'd be bits that would just, piss me off. Can I say that? Yeah. They would just, and I couldn't hear it. And if I can't hear it, I wouldn't want other people to hear it. Okay. So this is the first piece of work that I was proud of. I'd worked hard for, and I got the exact sound that I had in my mind. Okay. And now a bit about
Elvis. How did you get into music? Because we have guests over here, and we come to know that all these people either have music in their genes, or if they've just taken it in that same generation, like Mukesh Gatwal was here some time back. They either take it there, but they are all music lovers. They're music freaks.
Yeah. I think that everyone has a gift of music. Everyone is born with the gift of music. Okay. It just depends on if we hold on to that gift. If we, the talent that we have, if we harness this talent. Okay. And keep at it and don't give up, and and also it helps if you're born in a musical family, because my dad's a professional musician. Okay. So he still performs till today, and he has been my biggest inspiration. Like when it came to performing. He had a standard for performing. So growing up, I would hear stuff, a good musician needs to be like this, you got to behave on stage, you can't do this, you can't do that. So I had a proper musical upbringing. Okay. My first production was this track called, by Nirvana, called All Apologies. That's the track, All Apologies. Okay. That's the first track I produced on MIDI, and I had all the keyboards, and it's because of my dad, Okay.
And this was at around what age?
He supported me. I decided to take music as a profession. He supported me, like, yeah.
But roughly around what age was this when you produced your first track with the MIDI?
About 13. Okay. 13. But before that, I was playing guitar, and I was like a Beatle jukebox. Okay. I knew each and every track by the Beatles, or most of it. I had this Beatle encyclopedia. Okay. So I just sit there and learn all these Beatle tracks. I was this jukebox at a very early age.
Okay. Yeah. So it'd be like Elvis play Yellow Submarine and you play. Yeah. Just like that. Yeah. It's so cool. And we'll switch to a small piece of a clipping that Elvis has brought down for us here for all our Prudent Media fans. I might thank you for that, Elvis. Yeah. And we'll switch to the first piece that he's brought around with us. Stick around. We'll be right back.
just another unique superstar. So it's you. What they look for in the sky is you.
Well then, we'll get back to talking to Elvis now. Elvis, this album that you've done, Elvis Rumion, the one which you very recently released, you've done everything on it, right from the musical arrangement, right from playing all the instruments on it, singing on it, and maybe even maybe I would say even the graphics of the album. I'll just show our fans over here what I'm talking about. This is the album that has got released. So Elvis has done practically everything on this album. I'll just hold it up for the camera so they can see it. So Elvis, how did you manage to do this, and how long did it take you?
Well, you see, the main idea, the possibility actually for being able to do that, came from my dad. I mean, if one guy can be a whole band, one guy can be a whole production, album. Like a whole album. So that's where the possibility came from. I thought it can be done, But I had training in SAE in London, School of Audio Engineering, which I completed in 2008. So this is the first album where I've used all my intellect that I've,
gained during that course.
Over this lifetime.
So you say SAE London. Did I just hear SAE London? This is it the School of Audio Engineering? Are we talking about?
Yes. Yeah. We do have they do have a couple of branches, I think, in Chennai and Bombay, I think.
But Elvis, this is a big school. And how did you get through to it? I mean, how was the entire experience over there?
Well, see, I had produced a rough album, and that was my entry into the college. I said, see, this is what I've done, this is what I'm capable of doing, I want to learn more. I had my O levels and my A levels which helped me get in, but it was this piece of work they thought was promising, and they thought they could, harness this guy and make him good. So that's why I learned a lot from that. I thought I knew a lot before going for the course. I thought I knew a lot. But when I started doing the course, I thought, man, there's so much I don't know. There's so much to know, But after doing the course, I thought, I've got all this information. I got my tools, I got my tools, I got my hardware, I got my software, I got my intellect. I can do this now.
And roughly how long is this course? The course at SAE?
It's actually 4 years, but I did it in 2 years. It was speed, sort of. One of them speed courses.
Oh, okay, cool. So it's like you got some semesters, and the faster you can finish them,
courses,
the faster you finish your course. SAE, ladies and gentlemen, watching Upbeat right now, is the School of Audio Engineering in England, in the UK, and that in itself, to get into it is a great achievement. And I really can't believe that you've just you've done that. You've passed that. So
it's prayers and it's God's grace and all these things put together. You need help from friends,
everybody that you can find around.
From the universe, and everything counts. Everything counts to get a good finished product.
What about funding for this? I'm sure it's a very costly course. I won't ask you how much it costs, but how about funding?
I think the Lord has gifted me with a beautiful brother. Who sponsored this course for me.
Wow.
I'm truly grateful. I'll pay you back when I can.
There are many things I ask my brother, which in course of time I never end up getting. Eventually, I should be ending up getting them, like how Elvis does. But Nitin, if you're watching,
a girlfriend or something, man.
I tried that, man. No? I did. Still, it did not help. A lot of things actually on the list, Nitin. If you're watching this, anyway. So Elvis, we'll go on to another piece of clipping that you brought from your album that you've made, and we'll be right back here with Elvis Rumion, ladies and gentlemen. This fun discussion is going to get even more funnier. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Let me just get that back on. Oh, it does come on. And we're still here in the studio with Elvis Rumion. We're catching a bit of his clips here and there and continuing this conversation that we're having. It's now time to ask you about your views on music production and your advice for young music producers here today in Goa.
I think 99% of production lies here in your ears.
Okay.
You know, it's all about listening.
Okay.
Keep your ears tuned. Keep listening. Always keep listening. Keep your ears
What
tuned.
if hair
like,
covers your ears by any chance?
No, it doesn't.
Doesn't matter.
It's like acoustics, you know.
Okay.
Sounds better.
Okay,
It filters the sound, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, just work hard, man. Go strive to live your dream. You know, nothing else matters. You know, it could be, I mean, there's time for 9 to 5. You know, but live your dream. Do what you're meant to do. Like, you know.
Okay.
You know, yeah. That's what.
Elvis, many people, you know, have this attitude in life, and I've come to know of it, and I've learned to incorporate this in my interviews. Is that I have this attitude where I know I've done something now. I've reached a small height in my life, and I'm the best. And anybody tells me anything new, you know, like for example, Nikhil, you need to do this. No, I know it all. You know, that kind of attitude starts creeping into many of us. What would happen in case of a musician like yourself or an audio producer? Like, you know, if he makes an album or two and then that attitude starts creeping in himself, like, you know, okay, no, I know it all.
First and foremost, you have to know that competition is an illusion.
Okay.
Okay, it's created by man to make you do whatever. It's an illusion. All you can do is be better than what you were before.
Okay.
Be better than what you can be, the best that you can be.
Okay.
Not be better than someone else.
Okay.
Or, you know, be the best that you can be. Only you know how to judge yourself. No one else can tell you what to do, really.
Okay.
You know how good you are.
Okay.
People can tell you, oh, you're great, you're this and that, but you know how you performed. You know. So you got to be on it, and you got to be true to yourself.
Elvis, I think that's the best piece of advice that I've heard. You are your own competition, is that right?
Yes.
And then you don't need to sort of, you know, judge yourself by what other people tell you. Something really nice that you've said, Elvis, here, and I think it deserves our viewers to see another piece of the clippings that you brought, another track that you brought from the album. Ladies and gentlemen, stick around, we're coming back very quickly.
Everything in life worth living for. Nothing in life worth dying for. Control is all you need to see you through this life. Like a fine-tuned guitar and a wonderful wife.